Okay, I think I am recording the screen. I'm going to double check just because that's how I'm going to roll today. Whoops. There's only me, but I still need to find out if I'm recording. Yeah, everybody's going, what? Oh, I am recording. Yay! Okay, here we go. So I'm going to create, and this is actually from your Cengage homework. So I went in and grabbed the last one. We're going to do cost of goods manufactured and an income statement. So this is off of chapter 2. I'm a little concerned because I'm seeing some movement in terms of completion for their homework, but we're getting kind of to the end where if we go, if you don't get caught up, you're going to get behind, and I don't want to see that. So here is the information. So what I did is I went ahead and I downloaded it and I threw it up here. And so I'm going to go ahead and just start, and we're going to start with the cost of goods manufactured. And I'm not going to be very specific because I just don't feel like it. So the way Cengage has it is they want you to go ahead and they want to put your direct materials in, and we'll start doing that. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll follow along with this so you can kind of see what's going on. I'm going to move that over. So first things first, we're going to do our direct materials. Okay. I'm going to put in my beginning balance because you always start with your beginning balance. So let's check out that beginning balance. Actually, why don't I just go ahead and grab it, direct materials right here, inventory. We're going to copy that and move it over. And I'm just going to paste it. And we're going to put that. I wish computers wouldn't do that crap, but they do. So we're going to put 3440. Okay. I'm also going to come over here and I'm going to format, because you all know I love me some formatting. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and find where are the purchases, because I'm sure we had was work in process, finished goods, direct materials, plant depreciation. I'm not seeing any purchases in here. What happened to that? There we go. I just can't read. I was looking for it to start with the word purchases. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that in here. And let's find out what that is. 183,550. I'm going to get lazy here and I'm going to have some fun. I'm just going to link all my Excel just because sometimes it's kind of fun. Okay, so according to Cengage now, they want us to go ahead and put our ending in there as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So that'd be direct materials, ending inventory. Okay, I'm going to grab this one, copy, and paste. And this is all, you guys all remember this from managerial accounting. Very similar. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and think about this. And now this should be moved over to the side. Good, it is. So we got the direct material used in production. Good, 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 good. Now, the book may have you put the last one in as a negative. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make that assumption already when I create my formula. So I'm going to go ahead and plus this, plus that, and minus that. I'm also going to put an underline in here so that we can remind ourselves, what have I done? Well, what I have done is perform some type of mathematical function. So there is our direct materials used in production. The next thing we're going to, and you know what, let's go ahead and do something just so that we can remember that we've already taken care of these three items. Let's go ahead and do a strike through. So we know, hey, we're done. Okay, next one we're going to do is direct labor. And I'm just going to go straight up here to the direct labor. Okay. And then we're going to start listing our factory overhead because, you know, what are our product costs? Well, our product costs are going to be our direct materials, our direct labor, and our factory overhead. So we've got to figure that out. What on earth is our factory overhead? So let's go. Let's go. Woohoo. Okay. So I'm pretty sure. Now, actually, I kind of wish. Ooh, I love absorption and I love variable income statements. I kind of wish what they did here was they would have put the work in process in there first. I think that would have been better. And I'm going to, excuse me, had to sneeze. I think the work in process would have been good. And this is a cost of goods manufactured. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's just keep going. So we're going to list our factory overhead. I'm going to bold these because these are more like titles. They're not actually entries. And so we're going to look at this. We've already got our direct labor in there. So let's go with strike through. Plant depreciation, salary, indirect labor, the utilities factory. I'm going to ignore these two right here. Let's go ahead and we're going to make it a yellow. We'll get back to them. Factory equipment, that's good. We are going to get back to this one a little bit later because that's going to go on the income statement. See, this is the one where I'm a little kind of go, supplies. This one is going to be, we're going to make it a nice kind of light yellow because, or whatever that color is, just because we have two types of cost associated with that. And then of course, advertising expenses going to go into the sales and admin. So these bright yellows are going to be sales and admin. So I just want to get rid of them. So I'm going to come over here because I'm being really lazy. Your teacher is going to grab all of this and she's going to copy because that's what we do. I'm going to paste them and then I'm going to come up here and grab that one because we do have that as well. Factory equipment. Now, if it would have said something like, if this is office equipment, see, it's plant depreciation. This doesn't say office equipment, it says factory equipment. So it is going to be your factory overhead. And I'm going to go ahead and start and drag down that formula because that's how I feel. Now I had to stop at depreciation factory equipment because it's right in between. There we go. Okay, I could go ahead and I could put total factory overhead. And I'm going to go ahead and sum this. I'm having so much fun. It doesn't take much. Okay, 181,930. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead. I believe I'm trying to remember exactly the title the book likes to use, and it's like cost of production occurred in this month, something like that. So let's go ahead and see what the textbook is. Total manufacturing cost added. Okay. And this has they've got their setup just a tad bit different, which is okay. We're still going to be able to understand them. I just don't like it because it's not what the other textbook said. Okay. Cost of production. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sum these. And we'll put it just like that. I'm going to put an underline in here because I did some type of mathematical function. The next thing I'm going to do, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to this one and this one, and I'm going to strike through. And then I'm going to remind ourselves that I missed one right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add another insert row. I missed the supplies. Bad teacher, bad. Okay, 40% of those supplies are used in the factory. And so that's 17,960 plus 17,960. And let's multiply that by 0.4, which is 40%, 7,184. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to need to move, need to double check that formula. Make that a 37. Okay, excellent. Okay, now I'm a happy camper. There we go. Now we're going to add, coming up here, I'm just going to grab these two. And throw them in here. Because that's how I feel like rolling today. You got me rolling, doing accounting. I bet you're trying to see me calculating cost of goods manufacturing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Again, the book may want you to put that in as a negative. I'm leaving mine alone because I'm going to handle that in my formula. I'm going to go plus my cost of production, plus my work in process, minus my ending work in process. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make an underline. And so this is my cost of goods manufactured. Okay, beautiful. Wonder if I can make a double underline. Up right there. I'm getting used to this new Excel in the cloud. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to strike these out because I've already done them. So yay. Now, what do I have left? I've got my finished goods, beginning and ending inventory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finished goods, beginning inventory, add it to my cost of goods manufactured and minus my ending inventory. Then I'm going to take all of these colored items, descriptions with amounts, and I'm going to put those into my income statement. So that is how I'm going to roll. Right now, I have a dog that is very demanding, but he's going to have to chill. You're going to hear him cry in just a moment. He's just a big baby. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure this out. Okay, so we're going to do our income statement. Now, according to the textbook, they want us to do an absorption income statement. So if you remember correctly, the difference between a variable income statement and an absorption income statement has to do with the type of cost. So up here, you can see I've got direct materials, my direct labor, and my factory overhead. So I've got all of this that occurred this month. Now, with my absorption income statement, I'm taking all of that into consideration. Remember, with the variable, let's say, for example, that some of this factory overhead was fixed and not, and not variable, then we would remove that fixed factory overhead out of the variable income statement and treat it as a period cost and not a product cost. So just kind of remember that. So let's go ahead and get this income statement done. So we produced 8,900 and 89370 units and sold 9860 units at 1040 per unit. Okay, first thing off the bat with an income statement, we're going to go with our sales. So did I drop it? Yep, I did. Oh, I've got music in my head and I can't stop it. Okay, so my sales, we're going to put it over here. 9860 at 1040. Okay, there we go. There's my sales. That's what I made. Now, what we need to pay attention to when we start looking at that cost of goods sold, we need to think about, okay, is this a FIFO? Is it a LIFO? Is it a weighted average? And right now, I don't know. So, okay, we reported the following. Here's my finished goods, my January, my December. Okay, I'm not seeing anything when it talks about this. So I'm going to come back over to Cengage and check this out. And it's not telling me anything. Okay, that's okay. I can deal. So according to this, let's go back to my book. Okay, we produced 8,989,370 units and sold 9860 at 1040 per unit. Okay, my concern is the beginning finished goods. That's going to be, I'm going to make these, they're not giving me a number. And so that's, okay, so my concern is when you have inventory that may still be remaining or whatnot, I need to take that into consideration. And I need to think about first in, first out. Do I still have any ending remaining inventory? So right here, I'm going to go check this out. And so I know that that inventory, I produced, what did I produce? 89,370. Okay, so that's basically the cost per unit. Up here, in my finished goods, I still have some of that inventory sitting there. Yeah, we'll be okay. Okay, so let's do my cost of goods. Oh, my poor dog. Okay, so we have our beginning working. We have our beginning finished goods. I'm just going to grab these real fast and I'm going to copy them. And then you're going to see me do something kind of sneaky. I'm going to put that puppy down. And I'm going to put my cost of goods manufactured. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go plus my finished goods inventory, which is way up here. And then I'm going to go here and grab that one. I am going to grab this one right there. And this should tell me my cost of goods sold. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my formula plus this, plus that, minus that. Woohoo, look at that. Now, if we were using a variable income statement, we would not be using this next term that I'm going to use. we would be using something like manufacturing cost, total manufacturing cost, and total variable cost. We would be calling it, oh goodness, it's one of my favorite terms, and I love the term, the margin. It's going to be our margin. There we go. Manufacturing. We got our man margin, and then we got our product margin. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call this gross profit because it is an absorption statement. And I'm going to go plus this. And, you know, I know that I don't have my dollar signs on, but that's okay. So there's my gross profit. Now I'm going to put in my administrative and sales. You can put it the other way too if you want to. Expenses, we treat those as product cost. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to grab the sales commission. Grab those two. Copy. I'm going to rearrange them here in just a second and make them very specific. And I'm going to change the colors. My administrative, copy. Paste. And advertising, copy. Give it no fill. And I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to move this administrative down just a tad. Just because that's how I'm going to roll. I'm going to delete that just because it's easier for me to delete it. Delete a row. Okay. So here's the three. Here are the three sales type cost. Here's the administrative expenses. And then we have supplies. And we're just going to call it supplies expense. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go less this one, less that one, less that one. Wait, that's administrative. Up, plus my administrative, and then plus this times 0.6. Okay. That's my total expenses. And later, my net income. Okay. We'll do a sum on this, and I'm going to throw a underline right there in just a moment. After I get, oh, they didn't make very much money, did they? Look at that. Ugh. Okay, so let's throw these two. Let's get some underlines going there. And then finally, our ending underline. There we go. So I hope this kind of reminded you of everything. They do have a different take on how to do this cost of goods manufactured. Normally, the previous textbook and managerial will put the work in process, beginning inventory up here, and then we would have another column in there. I'm going to delete that because there's no need for that. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this into your classroom so you can have some fun if you want to. You can use my spreadsheet. I don't care. Just make sure you pay attention to those numbers because my numbers may not be your numbers. And again, let's get this homework done. I'm going to start sending out emails. Get this homework done. It's imperative. I don't want to see my students, my amazing, wonderful accounting students at the end of the semester being stressed out. It is not allowed. No stress in accounting at all. Okay, so I'm going to end this and I'm going to do a couple more videos.